Okay, so here we are. What I'm going to teach you guys today is pretty much how to take a look behind the curtain. Take a look at yourself, take a look at what's going on in your games, and I think a lot of people like to go out there and they like to put out content where they think that everything, or they make it look like everything they do is perfect and they're just stomping every game. Not the case. Not the case for anybody. Uh, I got this is a good example of a game that you would want to do a VOD review on because I was winning and then I started losing because I didn't follow a key concept, which is to play off of your team, not with your team. Don't let your team make your decisions for you. Um, don't assume that these four players have any clue what they're doing. There's a good chance that they don't. The game is always a 1v9, okay? So you have to treat it that way. With that in mind, we're going to take a look. I always like to do myself, and then I always like to put the actual fog on. The reason why is because I want to analyze the decisions that I could have made with the information available to me on the minimap, rather than seeing things that I didn't actually know in game, and then saying like, oh, well, I should have done this or I should have done that. But it's only relevant if I know that, right? And that I see that information. So we're going to play this out.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
We'll skip
30
ahead a little
seconds
bit
until minions
here.
spawn.
So, key thing is, right?
Minions
So,
have spawned.
when we're playing out the beginning of laning phase here, we're looking to get priority on level 2. Pretty fundamental. Level 2 is worth more than gold in the beginning of the game, but with that being said, we still end up missing a few things here. So we get a good starting barrel, right? My goal is to chunk her, push her off this wave, right? And get priority on killing these minions. When the second wave arrives, the first melee minion grants level 2 top lane. So you want the first 6 plus 1 melee on the second wave, and that's how you get level 2. So we'll watch this kind of fundamental play out right now, where we go in here and, right, I'm just focusing the wave. I know she wants to try and fight me here. She took E first, right? I know she took E first because against Gwen, she's autoing things and she's not getting any stacks. So I'm less scared of her now than I would be normally because she doesn't have any pushing power. So right now, all I want to do is, I know she used her E, so she's got an attack speed steroid and an auto hit steroid, right? So I'm just going to kite her out, and I'm just going to try and keep her in my minions as long as possible, right? Now she wins the trade, but barely, right? And now she's looking to trade with me again. But we still have most of our minions dead, right? Our minions are healthier than her minions, and we still have push advantage. So she's playing up in the wave. Now, keep playing this out. We'll see what happens, right? So I'm ignoring the CS here because she's giving me free damage, right? And I'll take it. I still need to make sure that I'm getting as much farm as I can, though. So this is important. We're watching, right? So the second wave has now reinforced. This guy's about to die. He's from the first wave. Here are our 3 caster minions. Here are our 3 melee minions. So the play here, ideally, if I am playing intelligently and not like an idiot, right? A bonobo, not doing any shenanigans, my play is to secure this CS and push this as hard as possible. Because once I get level 2, I am 100% stronger than her, and then I look for an all-in trade to push her out of lane. So, let's watch this. So we get that. I get a good trade. Now I'm looking for that minion. Now here, mistake. Why is this a mistake? This is a mistake because as soon as I hit level 2, I walk back. And you have to be as critical as this on yourself, right? We've been trading so hard that I'm almost a little scared because she's just been applying so much aggression. But there's no reason for me to be scared here. I should be completely confident to jump in, waste her flash, maybe even flash on her, right? And then realistically, it's always good to check like, well, is that over aggressive? Let's take a look. 87, my passive is down. I'm gonna have this. That's 97. So that's somewhere around 150, 160 damage after, right, all of the resistances and everything else come into play. She has 150 health, right? So potentially, I had an opportunity to kill and I just wasted it. Let's watch this play out. So I get a little poke. She hits level 2. Now, when she levels up, she gets her added resistances, armor, etc. Right? So I'm just going to push her off of this, right? Now, this Gwen knows that she can't do anything at this point. So I move forward here because I want to know what she's doing. She's backing. That's really, really, really good for me. That means I can crash this wave, right? Now, there's no reason for me to back right now because she backed with no gold, right? She had no gold. So she wasn't able to actually buy anything. I'm actually fairly confident that she... Let's see here. Let's see what played out here. So she backs. She can't buy anything. But neither can I, right? I've only got 726 gold, right? So I can't really buy anything either. Well, 262, I believe. You know, so not the best. And the other thing to be really critical on yourself with is I have 316, 318 gold here. I should have 500 to 600 gold here, but I have missed so many stinking minions. If I hit tab and I take a look at my CS here, I have 11 minions at 3 minutes. That's not good. It's not good at all. That should be more like 30, right? So I'm basically 30% of the farm that I should have because I focus so much on trading, right? Now, she also missed farm. So you could say like, oh, well, that's okay because she missed farm too. Not really, because I'm about to crash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minions into her, right? And let's say that she's an under tower brilliant CSer, right? She's a minion up on me now. Now here, I debate going back, but I'm like, you know what? Actually, I have the level lead. I have the experience lead. So she's actually not going to get level 4 before me. So I'm just going to apply some poke under tower. And I'm going to stick around because I have TP, right? Which means I can just get back into lane, right? So I can take aggressive trades here. Trade with her. And then I can TP back with an extra item. And win lane, right? So we just keep playing this out. We keep farming. We're doing stuff. We're trading back. Now, you have to play back in this position because this is a stacked wave. If I trade into her with a stacked wave, I will lose because these minions will beat the shit out of me and then I will get way too low. So the best I can do is walk up, apply some Q damage, walk up, apply some Q damage, and then immediately kite back and then try and do damage as soon as she uses her EQ combo because that's her main source of damage, and once that's on cooldown, that's when we look to trade, right? So this is fine now. This is a great position for us because the wave is close to my tower. I can continue CSing, right? I can keep doing this all day long. She has no mana, she backs off. So because she has no mana and she backs off, my assumption is, okay, I think Gwen has left. Because she's half health, right? She has no mana. She just left. Vi is bot. This is a fight, and the mid lane is here. I still have my flash. So realistically, I'm not really scared of dying to her. She's strong, but I mean, as long as I don't eat her entire Q, I should be fine to fast shove this in. So that's what I do. I do as much damage as I can here, as quickly as I can, wait for the reinforcing wave, and then as soon as that reinforcing wave hits, I prep all the minions, and I just get it in, and then I back as soon as possible. Now the reason I'm backing as soon as possible, and not walking all the way back to tower, is the time that it would take me to walk back the tower, and you're like, well, that's only 5 seconds. By the time I do that 5 seconds, plus my 8-second recall, that's 13 seconds, and then I am now 13 seconds slow to reinforcing this incoming wave that just spawned, right? So sometimes in instances like this, it's like you have to do evaluations on what's the best thing to do. Now I can back here because I'm 6 and she's 4. So if she wants to fight me and I just run away and use my ult to kite it out, she's gonna lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minions worth of gold and XP, right? To try and kill me. I'm not gonna fight her though, right? So she knows that it's not actually worth it to try and kill me here. So we played out, she does the intelligent thing, and she gets that wave. Now, here's what I was talking about. I have gotten my items and everything, right? And now there's the reinforcing wave. So we're coming in with the new wave. We missed 1 minion worth of XP and 1 minion worth of gold by doing that. I mean, we missed farm too because we're playing like an idiot, but that happens, right? Now we see Gwen and she's invading our jungler. So the intelligent thing to do here is, that's not a cannon wave. I'm up in CS and levels. I'm also up in items, right? Sheen should provide more damage than Blasting Wad. So this is, as far as we're concerned, right? This should be, and this is, you know, our mid laner should roam over, but that's whatever. You can't control your teammates. But I'm looking at this and I'm saying, hey, this is a 2v1. Even if this Viego dies, it's an opportunity for me to get a kill. So I'll come. So I drop my ult here, specifically so that if she keeps chasing the Viego, she has nowhere to go. I also drop my ult there so that she is forced to come into where I'm doing my barrel setup. Now as we play this out, obviously Gwen's W is great, so she takes no damage from that barrel. Now she has no ult, she's used the first charge of her ult. We're collapsing on her here. Vi is over the wall. Now we transition here because it's like, I could flash on this Gwen, but why am I going to flash into fog, waste my flash, and most likely she used her E, not her flash, right? And then she could just flash back over the wall, right? So don't flash to follow things you don't know are guaranteed. Also, Vi is level 4, which is an easier kill. So now we start kiting back. The Zed flashes, which is fine. We've got good damage on everybody here. I flash out, which seems like a bad play, but I'm not sure, right? Because like if I analyze this, let's see here. Let's see what happens if I don't flash out. If I don't flash out, I get hit by that and we both get knocked up in the wind wall. So I flash the wind, or not the wind wall, rather the tornado. So I flash the tornado, hit the Gwen, and then kill the Gwen, right? Now he has now gotten 3-0, which is pretty much a bummer. But that's more so based on, you know, a lot of things going wrong in that fight and Zed not roaming when he had prio and things like that, right? Now I'm looking at this top wave and I'm saying, hey, I have 600 gold I can spend. Can't really buy anything great with it. So I think I just elect to get some swords. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to TP back. The reason I'm going to TP back is because what I am leading Gwen in right now is experience, right? So I'm not going to give up my XP lead solely because a play went bad, right? She's just fresh level 6. I'm about almost level 7, right? Now she might get 7 off this wave. See, now we have prio, and this is where things go awry, right? So we don't know where Vi is. We know that Yasuo is mid. We get this first grub. And then as soon as Yasuo is leaving mid, I should know, hey, something's up here and I should be leaving. I stay because I'm making a decision based off of Viego and not based off of myself. Now here's what we can see here, is Gwen's still up here collecting this wave, but the reinforcing wave is coming, right? So I should know that as soon as we get this first grub, right? And now I have lost a little bit of health, and he's leaving. I should be out. Now I thought about it, but the reality is I should have been out way sooner. As soon as I see him leaving. You know, we have no vision. We're standing on vision. This is a greedy play. I do this because I'm thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know. So I think that because of that, I have to do something, right? And when I go to do something rather than doing nothing, I take my entire lead that I've generated this game and I throw it away, right? And we'll watch how this happens. So I die over there, obviously, and then what happens next? I lose an entire wave worth of XP. Actually, I lose 2 waves worth of XP. And Gwen takes 2 tower plates, right? She is effectively now 200 gold up. Well, almost 100 gold up, right? And I no longer have a level 8, right? So I can try and push this back as fast as I can. You know. And I can try and push her out under tower here. And this is where it gets worse, right? Because I'm like, well, I need to do something. I need to do something. So I decide that I'm going to dive her. Now we go 1 for 1. Right? But is this really worth it? I mean, she's going to miss a little bit of XP, and I'm going to get the reset. But I would have gotten the reset either, anyways, and I could have just zoned her off. I don't have TP, and she does. Right? So overall, she gets back to lane and gets the position she wants in wave. Now, the gold is even, the XP is even, it's kind of equalized. But the thing is that we're even, right? I had a lead. And you can look at it and say like, well, it's only 100 gold, or it's only half a level. But 100 gold and half a level, right? Or let's just say even 1 level, right? Over the course of, let's say that you generate that because you're just playing better than your opponent every 3 minutes. Well, it's only 10 minutes, right? So then when we fast forward to 15 minutes, right? You know, that's 5 levels and 500 gold, you know, and those are not things to scoff at. Now, realistically, you'd probably have more gold than levels just because of the way that leveling up works in the game. But this is potentially an item break point, right? If this puts you at second item, well, they're still on their first, you know, that's huge. So these are the things that you kind of want to look out for. The first 10 minutes of any game, especially in top lane, is crucial. Now, I understand that this isn't like, you know, this isn't going over like every single little thing you need to know about top lane, but the main premise about this is, this video specifically, is this is OP. The minimap is OP. You should be paying attention to it at all times, especially if someone's not standing on top of you, because I should have seen this Yasuo leave mid there when we were at Void Mites. And the second thing to pay attention to is to play smart and patient, because the truth is had I played smart and patient, probably would have been able to execute the dive up here after I blew her W without dying, right? Or pushed her off and then gotten a plate and not a kill, but would have had better wave management, right? And not given her 300 gold, so, right? And if I would have done this, potentially, I kill her before she backs off and TPs, right? So it's all about really analyzing your decisions and everything, and doing VOD reviews, right? I know that this game didn't go the way I wanted, but until I go and I look and I say, hey, where did the game fall apart? Where did, you know, where could things have been done better, right? Where could I have been a better player in this game? It becomes very hard to improve. So that's why we do these, right? And that's why you should do these. Now, for a basic fundamental for everybody to kind of like work on off of this video, watch your mini map. Watch your mini map, understand level 2 in whichever lane you're playing in and what your level 2 breakpoint is. You can go into practice tool and figure this out if you don't know it. At top lane, it's the first wave plus the first melee minion. And then pay attention to when you can trade. When is the wave pushing? When should you not trade? When is the wave pushing towards them? When can you trade? Are there abilities on cooldown, right? Cooldowns are your trading windows. Now that's probably it for this video. So good luck, have fun. Hope you learned something, and I will see you guys in the next one.